Hey everyone, how's it going today? We've got some big changes happening on this field right here. And when I say that, I don't actually mean like directly with this field, it's more the water delivery system. This field is split into two different pieces, our hayland being right here and way on the other side over there being pasture. Now our hayland has an irrigation pivot on it, so it affects this part of the field quite drastically. Now for our pasture, we do have dugouts on it, so it affects it a little bit, but not too much as with our irrigation here. Now this pasture has two different dugouts, one on the north side, one on the south side. The one on the south side gets fed directly from the canal, and the one on the north side gets fed by what's called an irrigation lateral. And the water guys are upgrading that irrigation lateral. So that means a whole lot of dirt work for the next little while. And as you can see, they have been doing a lot of work recently. Now they've already filled this in quite a bit, but for those who aren't familiar on what an irrigation lateral is, this is kind of what it looks like. Now this was a lot deeper before and not nearly as wide, but they've been doing a fair bit of work recently. But this is what the general idea of what an irrigation lateral is. But it's pretty much a smaller channel that distributes water from the main irrigation canal down to other farms and fields. Think of it like a gravel road that branches off from a highway. The highway is the main irrigation canal, and then the lateral is the gravel roads. Now this used to be always an open ditch, but the irrigation company wants to switch it over to a buried water pipeline. It's a big project, about 2 miles long. 1 mile that way, and then 1 mile that way. Now the irrigation canal supplied water from way over there, came down this lateral, through that culvert, out onto the other side over here, and then went straight down there connecting to an irrigation pipeline. Pretty much all they want to do is connect the pipeline together. Here's a better idea of what it used to look like. This area over here hasn't changed much, but they've widened it out and made it a little bit deeper over here. But pretty much they just want to build a pipeline that connects from the canal to the old existing pipeline way down there. Why they didn't do it all in one shot, I have no idea, but they've decided it's time. Now that we're on the other side of the field, you can see where the canal is and how it feeds water through here into a culvert that goes under this road, out into that little rocky area, into another culvert that goes way over down there that they now filled in. And you can see the huge tubes that they're going to be using to carry the water all the way to the other end. They started out by cutting out a small path of our pasture so that they could set up their main operating station, which is right over there. That's where they've got all their equipment, a little office trailer, propane tank, and a couple of porta potties. Gotta have somewhere to go, even though it's going to be a little chilly this winter. Then they started to flatten out the ditch, and then they're going to be laying in their pipe pretty soon. That's as soon as they get all their dirt work done first, which they've got 2 miles of work to do, and they're not done yet. Let's look at some pros and cons of this whole project, because it's not all bad, but it's not all easy either. We'll start with the pros. First off, we're getting a completely modernized system. That means no more open ditch, and everything will be underground pipe. That means less evaporation, which is one of the main reasons why they're doing this whole thing. It also gives us a lot more reliable water flow, and it gives us easier irrigation management, which means we might be able to get more water more frequently whenever we want. Obviously, they still set limits to how many inches we can have in a year, but hopefully it makes the water distribution a little easier. Now, I said part of this field was pasture land, and for the amount of dirt work that they need to do, that means ripping out the fence that used to be behind us. Obviously, it's not there anymore. And that means we get a completely new fence. That means new posts, new wire, and bonus, we don't get to do any of the work. Which is good because we're already pretty busy. And once this whole project's done, it'll look a lot better, hopefully. And now for the cons. We'll be losing one of our access routes to the far end of the field. Though we can always get through the pasture or take the highway, but those aren't really ideal situations. On top of the ditch, but on this side, there used to be a road. Obviously, it's not there anymore, but there used to be a road that we can have access to access this pasture. I think I have a video of us using it to bring either cows home or to bring cows here. We've also got a pair of blue herons that like to hang around here because of the open ditch. So because we're going to be losing the ditch, we may be seeing less of them. Although they do have a lot of dugouts around here, then they've also got the canal. I just like seeing them around. They're beautiful birds. And of course, there's a lot of dirt work and equipment going around here right now, so it's going to look a little rough. We've also got a mile of old fence that we have to remove ourselves if we want to save the post and the wire. Otherwise, they'll just scrap everything. Now comes sort of the big concern. It's not cheap. It's going to cost us $26,000 to do this whole thing. Now that's spread over 3 years, which helps, but that's still a lot of money. And we have no choice but to pay it because they're kind of forcing us to, because we've got an irrigation pivot with hay on it. And we can't just let that irrigation pivot sit dry. So we're forced to pay the money. This project isn't just us either. There are 4 farms total getting the same upgrade, so it's a pretty big improvement. We've got us here, the neighbors across way over there, and then the neighbors across way over there again past those trees. And we're all spending about the same amount of money, so we're all hurting. Now about that new fence line that they're putting in, they're handling the construction, which is great. But before all that happens and all the dirt work becomes complete, we've got to remove that. Now I'm recording this after we've done all that work. I'm actually recording this thing multiple weeks later, which, sorry about that. But like I said before, we had about a mile worth of fence to remove, and we decided to do the work ourselves so that we can save the material for either future fences or for repairs. Instead of letting them take it out and tossing it into the trash, we decided to do it ourselves so that we could save the material. And that's where this video starts off, with me gathering the posts so that they can start rolling with this irrigation project. So grab some popcorn, relax, and enjoy. I found the ratchet strap to be the best option in this case because last time I tried to do it without anything holding it together, and then a bunch of posts fell off. And then I thought of the chain. Then I was thinking, well, that's just going to be annoying to take on and off all the time. So then I thought the next best option was a ratchet strap. And it seems to be working really well. Because the biggest problem are these bottom logs that they keep falling off, and then it just kind of becomes like a post avalanche. But I can throw a few more in between the gap up here, and that should be a pretty good load. So the people that are putting in the water pipeline, they're also pulling the post for us, which is definitely a nice thing of them to do. So we're just hauling them over here, where they're out of the way for us. Dad said to leave them by the broken wind fence, so they're getting put here. Sure, it's not a very nice pile, but it'll work for now. It's out of the way. Strap actually works out super nicely. Oh yeah, don't mind the broken fork there. It'll get fixed eventually. Just not on our top priority right now. And this is only about a quarter mile worth of posts, something like that. So we got about a lot more to do yet. So right now he is just smoothing all of this ditch out, just so it's all easier to work on. And then the new irrigation pipeline will sit right where all this water used to be. Thought I'd take some time and show you what my routine looks like. Kind of scared me with that wire being pulled. My dad and uncle are working over there, and their job is to pull the wire and wrap it up. Anyway, so I grabbed the post. And then I chuck it down the hill. That way, anyways, I grabbed the post. Kind of hard to do one-handed. I chuck it down the hill so it rolls down the hill. Then I do that for quite a few posts. And then I get into the loader and then start piling them in. I think I got a pretty good system down. Especially for working by myself. Well, that one was a fail. There we go. But yeah, just keep doing this until we're done. And we're about at the halfway point right now. So we got a fair bit of work left to do here, but we're slowly getting it done. And then when I'm done with chucking the post down the hill, then I walk back to the telehandler, move it forward very slowly, and when I see a post, I stop. And hopefully the loader doesn't roll back. And I grab it and chuck it onto the pile, with hopefully none of them rolling off. And then we just repeat. Oh, it's going to be a very long day. But at least with us doing it ourselves, we get to save a bunch of posts and wire. We've been at this for a few hours now, and I gotta say, there's nothing more than I want right now than to jump into that water right there. That looks refreshing. Oh yeah, I finally got far enough along the fence to where I'm actually on the bank now. I have to wait until this thing finishes because I don't want to get my foot caught in that. Oh yeah, we're also cutting some second cut. There's the end. And now it's safe to go again. Some of these posts are chunky. Okay. Well, according to that load, that took a little under an hour. Took like 54 minutes or something like that, which isn't bad. And that would make it our fifth load of posts. I think there only might be another one load out there. Like I said before, that water looks refreshing. It doesn't help that I forgot to bring water along, so I'm feeling a little thirsty. Ooh, she raising dust. Whew. Well, that's going to be a mess. Glad I'm not dealing with that. That's going to be fun to untangle. There they are, straightening it out. Now that I'm looking closer at it, it does look pretty bad. I'll go see what I can do to help, but I don't think I'll be much help at all because I don't have gloves. I'll be of help by backing up. That's just about all I can do. Because as soon as I got out there, they pretty much got the tangle figured out. Keep backing up, I guess. Keep on swimming, keep on swimming, keep on swimming, swimming, swimming. Man, now I kind of want to watch Finding Nemo. Ooh, maybe I can be useful. Keep on swimming, swimming, swimming. What you gonna do when you keep on swimming? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the song fully. This is a lot more I had to pull than I thought I would have to. Keep on swimming, keep on swimming, keep on swimming, swimming, swimming. Keep on swimming, keep on swimming, keep on swimming, swimming, swimming. I'm starting to get a little tired now. Oh, finally. It's a little bit of a workout there. Mind you, it's kind of been a whole workout all day. I'll admit, I probably should have been lifting more with my legs today, because my back is kind of killing me right now. gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. I have to stop here. Some of these posts are probably still original to when the fence was first put in. But then you have these newer ones right here. But we're getting some good fencing material out of this. Probably enough fencing material for the next 100 years. At least we don't have to rebuild this fence. The people who are digging into this new irrigation pipeline are going to be building the fence. I mean, sure, we're technically paying them to do it, but it's less work on our part then. Well, it's not going to fit on this load, but it will the next. Anyways, it's supper, so I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.